We are in the Shikhar series for ABM. In fact, as you know, I daily tell you that in Shikhar series we are covering all the subjects: ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL, all of them. During the exam time, we'll be covering that electives also. So follow the complete series, watch the complete video, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, share it with your friends. Here, sharing is caring, isn't it? So share it with your friends. Okay. Let's start. See here, in ABM, today I'll be taking time series. Up till now, I've taken all these earlier topics. Okay, sampling, correlation, correlation and regression. Then first basic of statistics, skewness, kurtosis. All these topics have been covered. So today we'll be covering time series. Time series is a okay type topic, not that easy also, not that difficult also. Firstly, what is time series? You need to understand this. See, you'll always get confused between time series and correlation. Always. Time series and correlation. You'll always get confused between these two chapters. Why? Because they are similar. But there is a slight difference. In time series, X is always time. X is always time. Very important. And in correlation, it's not compulsory. X can be anything. X is always time and X is regular. Regular means in time series X will be like this: 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, or 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, 4th day. So basically in the regular series you will have it. Suppose if I give this years 1993, 2, 94, 95, 96 and 97. Let's say these are the years. So this is the time series problem. Why? Because X is in years, time, and it is regular. See, is there any gap in between? Okay. So time series means X is having a regular pattern, difference of 1, 1, 1. It can be difference of 2 also, 93, 95, 97, 99, anything. Or it can be 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. But it should be importantly regular and time. Only then it relates to time series. So time series analysis is a statistical method that studies the data points collected at regular intervals over time to find the patterns and the trends. Okay, that studies data points collected at regular intervals. Data points means data which I collect. See here, this is X. Similarly, there will be Y over here. Y. Generally, time series in between X and Y. So let's say sales. Sales for 93 was XYZ some 10. 94 was 12. Then 95 was again 11. 96 was 9. And this is, let's say, 13. So this is why. So data points means what? That studies data points means this is sales. I am studying sales over here. I can study anything else. Okay. So time series is basically the data points collected over a regular interval over time to find the patterns and the trends. Here, patterns and the trends means what? From here you should be able to find out the curve as such, how the curve moves. You should be able to find out that curve, isn't it? So time series includes this. It can help predict future data points and make informed decisions. Means I can see here, if I know these graphs, if I know these years over here, then I can definitely predict roughly for 1999 what is the answer. From this I can definitely predict something or the other, some way. Of course, I may not be exactly correct, but I may have some rough idea about it, isn't it? So it can predict future data points and make the informed decisions. Got it? So time series analysis is a statistical method that studies the data points at regular intervals. Okay? How it works? Now there are four stages in time series or four methods in time series, four steps in time series. One is data collection. Data collection means what? Data is collected at consistent intervals over a period of time. Consistent, regularly it is collected over a period of time. So I'll be collecting the data at, let's say, every 6 months, every 1 year, every 1 day, every 1 hour, every 1 minute, every 1 second, anything I can collect. So it is done at consistent intervals over a period of time. Model selection. Model is chosen based on the data profile. Now what do you mean by this model? There are various models. These are called as generally simulation models. Simulation. What do you mean by simulation? You are having a separate chapter on this. You will be studying this simulation model. Okay. So this simulation model is selected based on the data. What is the data? I can have a line graph, I can have a pie chart, I can have, these are the separate charts I am giving. Similarly, you can have models. Main one is Monte Carlo simulation model. Okay. So in Monte Carlo simulation model, you go on filtering the data, refining the data constantly. So Monte Carlo simulation model, you can have that model also. You can have the backtesting model. Backtesting model means the data is collected from in the history, and based on that, I'll predict the future. You can have the stress testing model. You can have that also. Stress testing means whatever has not happened up till now can happen in future. Then you have pattern detection. You can detect the pattern. What is a pattern? Now what are patterns? I'll show you patterns in the next slide. I'm having all the patterns of the curves. Trends we call it, trends. Patterns and trends are detected, identified in this data. So what are the trends? I'll show you in the next slide. Have you seen this? What are the trends? Who can answer this? Anyone has read this time series up till now? Type in the comment section, what are the various trends? Yes, what are the trends? The trends are secular trend is there, right? Then annual, seasonal trend is there, cyclical trend is there. I'll show you. Okay. Prediction. You can predict, looking, if you know the trend, you can predict the future also. Okay. Have you seen that movie Krish? That Vardhan, that some name is there, na? Krish, that putting the fingers and then changing. Future देख सकता हूँ, future बदल भी सकता हूँ. So that is based on the patterns. Of course, that was a hyper or hypothetical case. So these are the trends, right? So which are the trends? Look at this. These are the four major trends, and at least one is asked to you in exam. At least one. First one is secular trend, cyclical trend, seasonal variation, and irregular variation. So secular means what? Changes over a long period of time. It changes over a long period of time, means it's for the longer period. From year to year, there is a fluctuation, but there is a steady increase in the trend. So year to year, there is a fluctuation. There is a fluctuation in between, but steadily it increases. In the long run, it goes up. What do I mean by this? Let me show you. See this. This trend. Look at this trend. This is an example of some stock market. So this is moving like this, down, then up, then down, up, down, up. All these things. This is down over here, then again up. But in the long run, look at it. See, if I draw the line, straight line, it's averagely going up only. So this is known as secular trend. It's always for the longer period, big period. Okay. So this is known as secular trend. Secular. Generally, you see the stock market or you see the price index. These generally go up only. Cyclical trend. So it does not follow any regular pattern. Cyclical. Huh? What do you mean by does not follow any regular pattern? See here, fluctuations in the business cycle, irregular periods and high or low amplitudes. So fluctuations in the business cycle means what? What is fluctuations? See this. How many of you know social media? For that matter, how many of you know Facebook? All of you. Facebook is still there. Now it has gone. See here, it has started long back, roughly in 2011-12. But by 2022-23, Facebook was gone. Now also it's not that much, isn't it? So it is on the verge of going down. Before Facebook, there was one social media site. Do you know which was that social media site before Facebook? Anyone knows? Before Facebook, there was one social media site. It was known as, anyone? Which one? Which one was this? Social media before Facebook. It was Orkut. Many of us don't know Orkut because Orkut is gone now. Okay. So this cyclical trend means what? You can predict up to what time will it be there. You can't predict it. Some social media or something might trend for long, like fashion also. Look at the fashion. Some fashions might trend for longer period. Some fashions we call it. Vogue means existence. So cyclical trend does not follow any regular pattern. Okay, for more example, let me show you one more on this. I'm having this over here. See this. This is a business cycle. In business cycle, kindly note, there are four levels of business cycle. Always in any business, there are four levels or four. You can say the four stages of business cycle. Prosperity, it's at the top. Here you have huge money. Then comes recession. Then recession increases, it goes into depression. From depression, it goes into recovery again. Again, it goes to prosperity. Again, recession, depression, recovery, goes on and on. But the problem is you can't say up to what time this prosperity will be there, up to what time this recession will be there, depression will be there. You can never predict. So that's why this cyclical trends don't follow any regular pattern. Fluctuations in the business cycle, right? Irregular periods and high or low amplitudes. Third is seasonal variation. Seasonal is simple. Seasonal means every year it will come, means it will come, definitely. For example, let's say summer holidays, hotel bookings. So hotel bookings every year will be more during the summer holidays, right? Then flu patients. Flu patients means in with the doctors, clinics. There will be more during the rainy season mainly. Okay, flu patients. So the patterns change within a year. CAIIB membership for the classes. It will be more towards the end of the period. Means if the exam is in May, June, students will join in April. So seasonal trend. Every year it will be there. Every year. So pattern of changes is within the year. Hotel bookings, flu patients. Okay. Last one is irregular pattern. Means which you cannot predict. For example, floods or dacoity or your terrorist attack, drought. Can you predict any time that? Can you tell me that tomorrow will be the terrorist attack? You can't say, isn't it? So these are the next. Now some important points regarding the time series. Now these are common to all, not only time series. These are common to correlation also, sampling also, estimation also, and simulation also. Scatter diagram. Now these basics you need to understand because these are asked in exam. Scatter diagram. Scatter diagram means what? Basically it means, suppose if I take these points, just as I told you just now, this x and y, this one, this only. So scatter diagram means I'll take this x and y, x and y, and then plot the points 10 over here, 12 over here, 11 over here, 9 over here, 13 over here, something. Okay. So this is known as my scatter diagram. So this means over here. I'll show you over here. See, if I plot these points of x and y, these are known as scatter diagrams. Observed and predicted values. It helps to feel the situation. Feel means you get the rough idea. This is similar to that of the stars in the uh, sky, right? So similar to those stars, they are spread, widespread. Okay. So this is scatter diagram. Now scatter diagram is the basic, kindly understand, of any statistics. From scatter diagram only you will be able to predict the pattern. Means what? What do you mean by this pattern? Or this trend? Look at this trend. So you will be able to predict this trend or pattern from the scatter diagram only. See, if you have these points, let's say I plot these points like this. So can you see some pattern in this? Suppose if I tell you to draw a line in between, which is common. So roughly you can draw it like this also. Yeah, from where all the points are at almost a similar distance. Okay. So this is known as a trend analysis. Here I can predict the trend. Now based on this, if you ask me what shall be the future point, what will be the point at this year, this point x. So I can predict somewhere in this range the answer will be there, right? So trend analysis and scatter diagram, these are all related to each other. Okay. So in this is the basic, kindly remember. In sky also, when you see the stars, from those stars you find out the pattern. That pattern is called as constellation, right? We see na nakshatra. What is nakshatra? Graha nakshatra. Nakshatra means this pattern. Okay, this pattern like this. Or there can be a pattern like this. If the stars, all the stars are roughly in this pattern. So you can say, you can draw a rough line over here, which will show you the pattern. So this scatter diagram is observed and predicted values. It helps you to get the feel of the situation. Then next is independent variable. Independent means this x. X is always the independent variable. It's always time in case of time series. Okay, it's always time. So variables, that is a basis of prediction. So basically time. And y is known as a dependent variable. This is dependent. dependent and this is independent. Okay, independent, got it? So y is always dependent on x. Always generally in time series, x is taken as time. So dependent variable that can be predicted is called as dependent variable. It can be what is to be predicted. I want to find out the sales. So the sales becomes my dependent variable. In trend already I have discussed. Whatever pattern you can see. Okay. See, this is a secular trend. Now in this secular trend, kindly note, secular trend is a longer trend. In this secular trend, you will find the smaller trends also. Which are the smaller trends? In the sense, you will find this cyclical trend also somewhere. See this, from year to year, this can be called as a cyclical. From year to year, this is another cyclical trend. It does not follow any pattern. Or there can be this seasonal trends also, these smaller ones. See this, every time these are there. So secular trend always contains all the other trends. Okay, because secular trend is a longer term trend. Got it? See, these are the four trends. Actual time series. This is secular trend. Constantly it's going up on the longer trend, longer time series time period. Then this is cyclical trend. Cyclical means it does not follow any pattern. See, here it is of longer amplitude. Okay, here it is of smaller distance. This distance is smaller. Amplitude means this. So longer distance, smaller gap. Here it is still bigger. Although it's in the negative side. See here, this is also called as a trend. Don't think only upside is cyclical trend. Downside is also cyclical trend. You cannot predict the time over here. Seasonal trend. In a year, every year it will be there. Every year. See this pattern. Irregular. You cannot predict at all. Okay, you cannot predict. When will this happen? See, here it has happened over here it has happened over here it has not happened at all. So, these are the four types of trends in trend analysis. Now let's study one numerical, very important one. Numerical will give you the clarity. This numerical is as it is asked in the exam, as it is. Okay, it is as it is asked in the exam. Numbers are lesser, means here I have taken almost how many numbers over here? 93 to 2001, means 9 years data I have taken. In exam they will ask you only 4 years data or 5 years data, not 9. This is a big number. 9 years data means for 5 marks is not at all feasible. Okay. So let's study this numerical. A time series data for 9 years for the sale of table of tables by Furniture Mart is given below from 93 to 2001. So 9 years data is given. 93 to 2001. So these are the 9 years. These are the sales 175, 190, 185, 195, 180, 200, 185, 190 and 205. So these are the 9 years trends. Now the point over here is these are the years given, sales given, and these are the years. Now kindly note what is asked. Find a linear equation that describes the trend of the sales y equals to a plus bx. Now this is linear. There is a curvilinear also. Curvilinear is also there. So that is difficult one. That I'll teach you someday, or you can join the paid classes. Just now it is started the batch. Okay, join it. Linear means y equals to a plus bx. A is known as y-intercept and b is known as the slope. Then it is asked find a forecast for 2003. Forecast is also asked. Now this problem I'll tell you, it is similar to that of correlation. Similar. You'll find similar patterns over there. Few points which you have to remember in time series. Summation of x will always be 0. Summation of x, this year. But this is not x, kindly note. This 93 to 2001 is not x. You have to find out x. You have to derive x. Second, which you should notice, x will always be the time. Always. X should always be the time. Okay. First is x equals to 0 summation. Second, x will always be the time. Third is, if x is even, then multiply it by 2. What do you mean by x is even? How many years are given? 9 years data. So 9 years is odd. So that's why don't multiply it by 2. But if this would have been given as 8 years, 10 years, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, into table of 2, even. So then multiply x. If it is x, whatever answer you get for x, multiply it with 2. Okay. Then you have to find out b also. This a and b. What is the formula for a and b? Kindly note, in time series, formula for b is summation xy upon summation x square. Summation xy upon summation x square. And what is a? A equals to y bar. Y bar means what? Average of y. Average of y. What is summation xy? You have to multiply x and y. Is this x 93, 94, 95, 96? No, this is not x. You have to find this out. I'll show you. Okay. See this. Plot the year. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. So 9 years I have plotted. But this is not x. Y is okay. See this y. Y is very simple. Whatever is given, take y. Okay. But this is not x. Find out the average, mean. Mean of x. What is the mean of x? Find the mean. How to find out the mean? Add all this and take the average. Divide it by 9. You'll get the mean. Now there is a simple way. Why to add this? 1993 plus 1994 plus 1995. Why to do all these things? You can just start removing the top and the bottom. 93, 2001. Remove. Okay, let me show you. Let me mark it yellow. Okay. Highlighter. Yeah. See this. 93 removed. 2001 removed. 94 removed. 2000 removed. 95 removed, 1999 removed, 96 removed, 98 removed. So what remains now? What remains is your this mean, 1997. So this is your mean. Got it? So this mean, now you write it over here. 1997, 97, 97, everywhere 97. Then do year minus mean, x minus x bar. So 93 minus 97, minus 4. 94 minus 97, minus 3. 95 minus 97, minus 2. 96 minus 97, minus 1. 97 minus 97, 0. 98 minus 97, plus 1. 99 minus 97, plus 2. 2000 minus 97 plus 3, 2001 minus 1997 plus 4 over. Now this, when you do it, do the summation. Now first, what did I say? If x is even, then multiply it by 2. Here is it even? No. Here it's odd. 9 are given. So keep it as it is. So if x would have been even, then you would have required to, you would have been required to multiply it by 2. So now, do the addition of x, minus 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. See this. Now again, if you see, if I plot this again, okay, what will happen? This will get cancelled. See this, minus 4 will get cancelled with plus 4. Minus 3 will get cancelled with plus 3. Minus 2 with plus 2. Minus 1 with plus 1. Is anything remaining? No. So if I add all these, what will happen? If I add all these, it will be 0. So what did I say in the first line? Summation x should always be 0. Okay, never forget this 5. Summation x is 0. X will always be time. X is even multiplied by 2. then A and B. That I'll show you later. So summation x you got it 0 and you got this x also. So keep this x. Keep this x. Got it now? Now n is not even, so leave this as it is. Now y. Write y whatever is given. 175, 190, 185, blah blah blah, all. Written. Now xy. Multiply it by 2. Multiply x and y. Okay? Multiply it x and y. So it will be x minus 4 into 175, 700. Minus 3 into 190, 570. Minus 2 into 185, 370. Do it everyone. So 185 into minus 2. Minus 1 into 195. See. 0 into 180, 0. 1 into 200, 200. 2 into 182, 364. 3 into 190, 570. 4 into 205, 820. See this xy. Why are you finding xy? Because in the B, what is the B formula? Summation xy upon x square. So you have to find out xy and x square both. Okay? So xy you got it. Summation. Add this. Addition. This will not be 0. See here, x was 0. xy will not be 0. Even x square will not be 0. Why? Because x square will be the, see here, minus 4 square is plus 16. Means even if the x is minus, square is plus 16, 9, 4, 1. See this. Okay? 0. Again it is getting repeated. 1, 1, 4, 4, 9, 9, 16, 16. So x square is what? Do the total of x square. Everyone do it. Are you getting the same answer which I am getting? X square is 60, xy is 119, y is 1702. For y, you need to find out y bar also. Why? Because see this, somewhere over here, a equals to y bar. So find out y bar also, average. Immediately find out the y bar. Okay? So what is y bar over here? 1702 is the total divided by 9. So 1702 divided by 9. So it is 189.1. So y bar is 189.1. Immediately you got it A. Because A is what? A is y bar. So A equals to y bar. So you got A only. Once you get y bar, it means you got A. Got it? Now find out B. B is what? Xy upon x square. See this. B equals to xy upon x square. Okay? This is same formula as that of correlation. It is just derived. I have written it over here. See this. I have shown the derivation. In correlation regression, you have this B in a covariance upon x, variance of x. Same thing is repeated. Only we are solving this. Find the covariance summation xy upon n into x bar dot y bar. Similarly, variance of x. Then go on solving. You'll get this answer. Summation xy upon x square. Okay. So what is B now? B equals to 119 upon 60. Summation xy upon x square. 119 upon 60. So 1.98. Roughly you can say 2. 1.98 means what? Approximately 2 only. So you got it B as 2. A you already got it 189.1, or you take it or forget it. Roughly 189.1, or you can take it 189 also round. So A you got, B you got. So what is Y then? 189 plus 2x. This is your equation. What was asked? Find the linear equation that best describes the trend. Y equals to A plus B. So you got it. So Y equals to 189 plus 2x. Now what is asked next? Next is asked is find a forecast for 2003. Now 2003, how to do that? 2003. Write 2003 over here first. Let me show you. See this. Follow the same method which you did for all the years. 2003, write it over here. Now subtract it from the average. So what is this? 2003 minus 1997. So it is 6. Write 6 over here. This is 6, right? Now this your x becomes 6. Take this 6 and put it in that equation. Y equals to 189 plus 2x. Put 6 over here. So 6 to the 12. 189 plus 12. So that is 201. So you got y. So when x was 2003, your sales will be around 2001, roughly. Roughly it will be 2001. Okay. So this is how you will be finding it out. Kindly note, if x was even, then you would have been required to multiply it by 2. Even this 2003, this difference, this would have been something point. Even this you would have been required to multiply by 2. Everything, whatever you do for the earlier years, do the same for the asked year. Okay? Simple. Trend analysis. This numerical you get it for 5 marks. Generally for 5 marks. Okay? So now, before going, let me show you. Kindly join the adapt paid classes. Here, I can take some part over here. Not complete thing cannot be taken over here. Why? Because there is a limitation of time. But if you join the regular paid classes, you will get detailed study analysis over here. How to join it? Very simple. See this. Go to Adapt 24/7. Always join through the app. In the app, you get 1% extra. Okay? So always join through the app. This app is available on Android as well as iPhone. Both of them. See this. Go to Adapt 24/7. Click on JIB and CIB. Always go through the app. Okay? Click on JIB and CIB. Click on CAIIB June 25. See June. This is a new batch, bonus batch. Okay? Bonus batch starting from 24th Jan. So it is yet to start. Join this ASAP. Ebooks, mock tests, online live classes. Okay? Best in class material, latest pattern, self-paced learning, device compatibility. Even it is compatible on any of the devices. Okay? So join it ASAP. And what do you get? Look at this in the batch. Click on buy now. Put the code Y432. See this Y432 is a code which you should never forget. 79% discount plus 1% extra, 80%. If you follow the app, download the app and go purchase through the app, you'll be getting 1% extra. So 80%. If you join the Mahapack, what is Mahapack? Mahapack means per subject you get 15 plus batches per subject. ABM 15 plus, BFM 15, ABFM 15, BRBL 15, so many batches. Means so many revisions. Plus you get ebooks, test series, you get electives also in Mahapack. Kindly note, electives are also available in Mahapack. Videos, ebooks, mock tests, online live classes, everything you get it. Click on buy now. Put the code Y432, Y432. Now look at it. You get 79% discount plus 1% through the app plus double validity. You buy for 6 months, you get it for 12 months. Double validity. So never forget the code Y432 and never forget to download through the app. Join the classes ASAP. Batch is just now starting up. This bonus batch. Join fast.